Birmingham City University, where this afternoon we have the 2018 elections here for those looking to become the VP Voice, Mature Students Officer, VP Development, and the LGBT plus Students Officer. Today, the candidates themselves will be answering any questions that come into us from our social media page. This is on Facebook, which you can look at it on the Birmingham City Students' Union Facebook page. And do please send in any tweets to us at BCUSU, #LeadBCUSU. Okay, so we're going to be starting off now with the candidates for the Vice President Students' Union Voice Officer, which are Gemma Ellis and Hafsa Raymond. Apologies from Zinat Bayat, who is unable to attend today. Each of the candidates will have 1 minute to pitch themselves, as well as answering any questions which come in on our social media pages or from our student audience. So without further ado, we're going to start off with the first pitch here, coming from Gemma Ellis. So your 60 seconds start now.
Hi everyone, I'm Gemma. I do an awful lot of stuff with BCUSU. I absolutely love it and I really think I would be great for doing this job. I am currently the president of the Law Society. I am the law school representative and I have been a student academic leader. I have been really student focused as well. I have invoked so much change. I recently wrote an 18-page report which has seen so much change within the law school itself. I am in constant spoken and written communication and I know the system, so I can already know who I need to go speak to, who I need to go annoy to get things done and changed. I love volunteering. I volunteer with children. I also volunteered within the law school itself to mentor students to make them better students, and not that they weren't amazing anyway, but I just think it made them to the next level and I got quite a few thank yous from that and it meant a lot to me. I love sports, I love being active, I love also just having fun, having a laugh and just speaking to everyone.
Okay, that's brilliant. Okay then, that was the 60 seconds there from Gemma. So over to Hafsa Raymond.
Well, I'm not as amazing and you've achieved so much. Well, that's amazing. But with me, I think it's just like meeting people, loving people. I love people so much. Like the 3 beautiful people that I met through uni, sitting right there in the audience. We've been texting you the whole time, trying to make sure everything's okay. And I love that everyone is like a family, everyone's together. And we've had this amazing experience. It's only my 2nd year, we're halfway through. And I love that. I want everyone else to have that. I want everyone else to feel what I feel every day coming to uni, being happy. I don't mind 9 a.m. as long as I see their beautiful faces. It just makes you glow inside. And that's what I want for everyone else, to have that happiness, to feel that love inside the way I feel. So that's really it.
Okay, well that's a lot you've managed to put in there to just 33 seconds, I believe. So,
well, I rambled and I talk a lot. That was really good.
Managed to make it very succinct there. Okay then, we had a first question that's come in here. First, we'll start off with yourself there, Gemma. What new methods would you use to promote the representation system to students?
New methods to promote the representation system to students. I definitely do agree in the fact that I think not a lot of students think that the representation system is there or do not know what it does. So I think a lot of it would be start out by getting the student academic leaders and the school representatives out there, getting their faces known and actually making sure that they attend, promoting them on social media, but also letting them go into lectures and seminars and making sure that they are known and that you can come with generalised feedback, but you can also come with really personal feedback. And as a law school representative, I've dealt with so much. I've dealt with people with money issues. I've dealt with all sorts, and really promoting that, getting it out there. And I think Facebook and perhaps having a drop-in session a week where people could come in and speak, and really just offering it out there and making sure that people know who they are, other than wearing the blue hoodies that always seem to go to the back of the wardrobe until like an event comes out. So definitely in those ways.
Okay, thanks very much, Gemma. And over to yourself then, Hafsa.
The same question.
Yeah, do you want me to?
Yeah, repeat it, please.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Okay, it says, what new methods would you use to promote the representation system to students?
Can you explain it?
Well, I think what they're saying is any new things that come in, or what new ideas would you have that you would actually use to promote the representation system that we've got here
So you're
to
talking
students?
about, well, like with the students, like the connection between the students and telling them all the stuff that's come through, and like in that kind of sense, the communication between them like that.
Yes, I believe so.
So maybe obviously like just talking to them, like going actually into the outside world, like go to all the campuses and talk to them. Is that what you were looking for?
I think that...
Yeah, you look so
well,
confused, because like with me,
no.
like I find
I'm
it really hard to
just really
understand, yeah.
repeating back what the actual question is that's come in.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I can interpret it would look as if they mean about how you can go out and actually represent the students.
So like you're going
yes,
out
it
there
would
and
be.
just like putting yourself out there, like going crazy, bubbly personalities, going crazy, and just talking to them and just like, and you kind of vibe with them on the level as well, because obviously when you vibe with them, they're really talkative and they'll understand you a bit more like that. So that's how it goes. There you
Is
go.
that sort of the students, isn't it? Yes,
Yeah.
yes. See if we had any other questions. Anyone from the audience? Anything at the moment? The lady over there, thanks.
Can I take that further? How would you bring the presence to this campus? At the moment, we have no student voice presence. They come into the office, but they don't engage with the students here.
Okay, could you just hold us 1 second, please, madam? Sorry, just gentleman at the back there's going to bring a microphone over. Okay, if you'd like to repeat that, please, thank you.
Can I just take it further? Here at Seacole Building, we don't really get a presence of the voice, and so we don't feel represented. How will you take that on board and make sure, as like the health school and the education school are included? Because at the moment we don't feel part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that
That
all
is-
these other buildings, no one comes here and everyone just forgets about them. Because like even I didn't know like until like recently there was actually 7 buildings. Like I only thought there was like Curzon and the one at Parkside. Because obviously I just came and just went there. And I found out there's 7 buildings. So those other buildings other than Curzon, the main town ones, are all being left behind. So I think I understand that even from my perspective, I'll be like, oh, there's other people as well. They're all important. And I bet they feel that, oh, no one's coming out here. Everyone's always stuck in town because that's where many people are. But they all feel left behind. They feel like outsiders are on the side. But yeah, we could have like lots of events in different places. Like kind of like maybe have like an all-inclusive BCU thing. And you know, like us WinU students, we like to like have a little party, have a bit of fun, no matter what. And we can just like all include everybody else. You know.
That is definitely a problem. It's definitely a problem that I have heard from a lot of students because I've spoken to people, and I think what it is we do have the representation system. Every school has student academic leaders, and they also has a school representative. I think getting those students out there, because at the end of the day, the executive officer is only one officer. I think perhaps expanding that, pushing the school representatives and the student academic leaders out into doing their jobs, and getting the officer, the VP voice, to actually go out there and enforce and make sure that that is being done, because I think it is personally absolutely unacceptable that these campuses that have got absolutely amazing and talented students in it, and even are being left behind. And even in some cases in the city centre campus with the conservatoire, I've heard that there is a problem with the representation system over there, and that's in the city centre campus. I think it is very all over at the minute. I think that since we are number 1 for representation in Birmingham, which I think is absolutely amazing, and we managed to do that in 1 year, I don't think the system needs to be changed, but I definitely think it needs to be progressed, and making sure that the students that sign up are being held to account and actively going out there and getting your feedback, because that is just unacceptable. If I had the time right now, I would go around to every campus, because I care that much about getting what you guys want to do it, but I can't. Yeah.
We both were just like, oh, silently, like.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we have another question that's come in now. Go to yourself there, Hafsa. It says, how are you...
He saw my face, just like, oh,
Relax.
Yes, so how will you help students to get involved in the representation system? I suppose maybe does that go back to engagement again, perhaps?
Yeah, so we maybe like with me, I think you would be very like structured and everything. With me, I'd be like, let's throw a party and get everyone together like that. Yeah, like you'll remember my face after I should throw a party, and then you'll be like, but it could be like something that you can just like all together, like like in Millennium Point, we could have a little party there, a little marquee, have a bit of fun, have proper engagement, because I haven't seen a lot of engagement soon, like all these parties and stuff like that. I only hear that they're coming later on when it's like summer and stuff like that. But you can get a hall and you can get some heaters, and I think that'd be cool. No, I mean, like, it'd be so fun if you look so confused. You're like, what is she talking about? Like, this is not anything really professional. She's really like all over
It's
the place.
all ideas, though. It's all ideas.
Yeah, but we're students, so we like to have fun, we like to smile, we like to go crazy. And I know we would have to be very like structured and educational, but we can have a both. We can have like 50-50. We can always have fun too. So.
Okay, and what's your take on that, Gemma?
Could you just repeat the question for me?
Of course,
You said
yeah.
a lot.
No worries. Well, it says, how will you help students to get involved in the representation system?
Okay, definitely promoting it more and offering lots of training. I have actually 42 student academic leaders under me, we have over 800 student academic leaders. I think we could probably push for more, opening it up and making it so it's not so inclusive, sending it out on emails and making sure that on social media it's known about, making sure that we have fun, making sure that they're getting out there and inviting people in, inviting people to actually know what the role is about. It's honestly, it doesn't take that long out of your week to be a SAL, and really pushing. I'm trying to think how to word this, because it does mean a lot to me. Really pushing it out there, and also not having training over the summer, because I think that limits the number of students that can actually actively participate, because I know I love going home for the summer. I love going home. I come down here because I'm from Yorkshire. I love going home. I love going home, annoying my parents, having the free food, all that kind of fun stuff. And I just can't, it's not feasible for me to travel 200 miles down for a training day to come, then go back up. So I think having training throughout the year, making it so it's more accessible and making it seem so it's not on a pedestal and everyone can do it. And even if you're not an actually student academic leader and you have feedback, be part of it. Come give the feedback. You can come to the VP Voice office, you can see student academic leaders, and if you don't know who it is, you can email BCUSU, because they are really good at getting back in touch. I know I go and annoy them every single day, so it's fine.
Brilliant. Well, thanks very much for that there, Gemma. We've got another question here, actually. Are you okay to carry on, or do you want to breathe?
Okay. I'm okay.
Okay, well, following on from that quite nicely, actually, it says, if elected, what would be your first campaign?
That's a very good question, actually. It would definitely be making sure that everybody's voice would be heard. It would be making sure that the smaller campuses were heard just as much as City Centre, just as much as City South and City North, or where the central campuses are, where the SU offices are. It would be opening it up, creating new and exciting ways that would work with the students to give the feedback. It would be somewhat similar, but also quite distinct from something that the current BCU SUVP Voice Officer did, which was at the beginning of this year, which I thought was an amazing campaign by her, which was Lose Your Voice Virginity, and really encourage students who haven't participated before to really get involved, because I find that quite a lot of students are very opinionated, but they always think, oh, if I say something bad about this course, the teachers are going to go back on me, they're going to find out. The thing is, it's really kept confidential, and highlighting that and making sure that students know that, and it's not going to come back to them, and it's not going to turn back around on you. I go and annoy teachers every single day. I write 18-page reports of what people are doing wrong, and also what they're doing right. And it is really effective and invoking a lot of change, so it would be really encouraging that.
Yeah, it sounds to me like there's a way of not so much being hypercritical, but being able to sort of have all these opinions, which, although they have them in practice, perhaps maybe speaking up and saying them is another matter. So it would be good if that was brought forward, I agree.
Yes, that. Right.
And on to yourself then, Hafsa, what's your first campaign you'd have if you were to be elected?
Well, I think it's actually having the students' voice heard. Basically, like when I was in first year and second, like halfway through the second year, I know a lot of people that are very lonely, they're very sad, and they always had this like perception of university. They had this like, the High School Musical experience, like the American, like the high story, everything like that. And then they come here and it's so dark and dingy and it's so cold, and there's not much of integration between everybody, and it's so sad. And basically, I have people like coming to me and they're like really upset, and I'm just like, it's okay, and basically I just think that having something in place, I'm not sure what yet, but something in place for them, those that are sad, those that are on their own, those who come from someplace, those that had a dream but never got it, and then maybe just helping them like that.
So kind of like a sort of a central hub to those who perhaps maybe feel a bit lost when they first go.
You've got to know.
You've got to know.
Hello?
On your right.
Oh, I have a note that's come in, right.
It's like MI5, it's like...
Okay. Right, just trying to read the writing on this one actually now. Okay, I have a note that's come in. It says here, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Well, go back to yourself then, Gemma.
Where do I see myself in 5 years' time? I see myself probably doing a training contract because my goal is to become a solicitor. I know the whole stigma of being evil and everything, but no. I love helping people. I really want to be a solicitor and focus on that, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Wonderful. And yourself, Hafsa?
Well, mine's a bit of a far-fetched, but I want to be a YouTuber vlogger because I'm a vlogger already for BCU, so I work with the marketing team and I go around vlogging for them, and I love it so much. And I just I'm starting up my YouTube channel. I'm gonna go up there and I want to be with the people, have fun, go crazy, and live life, and just just talk to people and get on their level and just spread the love and happiness, people. So.
What's your channel name? I'll subscribe.
Yeah, girl. Get one more added on to the future. 5
That was
years.
the weirdest high five
yeah,
ever.
I know, it was sideways. And you're just yeah.
Yourself another subscriber there by the sounds of it. So,
And
okay.
you can see my other one as well.
Right, okay.
Yeah, if you have.
Well, thanks, William Dyer, for that message that's come in there and that question there. Okay, so do we have any further questions from the audience? No?
And the audience.
No one anything they'd like to add or ask any of our candidates today? Okay, well, I did have another one that I could just see has come in as well now. It actually says here, and I'll go back to yourself, Gemma, how will you use your experience to help progress this role?
How will I use it to progress this role? I already know, well, through this role, from being a law school representative and a student academic leader, I know the system. I don't need to spend half a year, 3/4 of the year learning the system. I've dealt with it for the past 3 years, so I know it like the back of my hand. Definitely making sure that the student representatives know who to go talk to, know who to take their feedback to, and really enforcing the fact that they are doing this and making sure that they're having the same passion and drive as I do when I wake up with a smile every day on my face, thinking, who else am I going to help? Who else can I help? What can I do? Go around asking people and making sure that it's not just a last-minute thing that's given back at the student feedback forum. It's an ever constant at every single campus, making sure that it goes to every single campus, because as has been said and is a really big part of my manifesto, you all deserve to have your voice said. You're paying a lot of money at the end of this, and if you not to have for you not to give feedback or not feel like you are able to give feedback is, no matter what campus you're at, is literally shocking for me, because at the end of the day, the university I found is so good at invoking change if you are not afraid to sometimes go up and moan and encourage everyone to go up, give comments, both good and bad, because they do like good comments as well. They like to know what they're doing well.
Gemma, thanks very much. And over to yourself, Hafsa.
Now the question again.
Sorry.
No problem. It says, how will you use your experience to help progress this role?
Okay, from past experience, well, I do a lot of volunteering, stuff like that. So I talk to a lot of people. We do events, and we're so into everyone. We're trying to make sure everyone's okay, the volunteers okay. Everyone's just happy. The customers happy. People who came are happy. Everyone's happy. So through that, I know how to just go in there, go into the field, see if everyone's happy. Get their voice heard and try and fix it. So it's it's a kind of shortened version, but yeah, there it is.
Really, really good. I like it.
Very similar situation then to yourselves. Okay, again, do we have any questions? Anyone else would like to add on this?
I think the audience doesn't like us.
No, that's not true. Well, going on to that, actually, you can check out their manifestos here by going into the BCUSU.com, and you can find out exactly further details following on today from both Gemma Ellis and Hafsa Raymond. And of course, if any of you, for any reason, didn't like what you heard today, you can, of course, vote for Ron, which is the rerun of the nominations. So that's basically what we've got today from the two of them. Unless anyone else has any further questions, then we are finished today for the voice officer, Vice President Students' Union voice officer. So can you please give a round of applause to the two candidates today?
Thank you. And you.
Thank you.
And you. Thank everybody else.